by the Minister of Information, Communication and Technology, Peya Mushelenga, to give us the Cabinet brief. Good morning, Minister. Good evening, Minister.
Good afternoon.
Minister?
Hello? Yes, I can hear you.
All right, I can hear you too. Please go ahead.
Yes, I'm going to deliver Cabinet decisions of the 18th decision-making meeting held on the 18th of October, 2022. First decision. Report of the inaugural session of the Botswana-Namibia Binational Commission. Cabinet considered and endorsed. Cabinet considered and endorsed the agreed minutes of the Botswana-Namibia Binational Commission and directed the Ministries of International Relations and Cooperation, Industrialization and Trade, Ministry of Finance, Environment, Forestry and Tourism, Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Mines and Energy, Works and Transport, Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, Information and Communication Technology, Health and Social Services, Youth, Sport and National Service, Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare, Higher Education, Technology and Innovation, Education, Arts and Culture, Labor, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation, Home Affairs, Migration, Safety and Security, and the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board to take action and follow up on issues in their respective areas of responsibility in line with decisions taken during the Binational Commission. Second decision. Electricity sector, National Integrated Resources Plan. Cabinet approved the Electricity Sector National Integration Resources Plan, NIRP 2022, with the primary goals of identifying the mixed resources to meet the short to long-term electricity security supply for Namibia in a reliable manner to the lowest reasonable cost, and to providing a roadmap that signals the government's intent to the private sector and guides state-owned entities on the state's objectives for the electricity sector. Third decision. Etosha National Park Road Maintenance Strategy. Cabinet endorsed the road maintenance strategy for Etosha National Park to be implemented through the combined funding support from the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism and Road Fund Administration in order to improve mobility and increase accessibility on the park's tourist visitors and management to ensure the growth and sustainability of the tourism industry in Namibia in the final analysis. Fourth decision. Implementation of the recommendations of the Namibia National Conference on Education. Cabinet approved the following 10 key generic recommendations of the Namibia Conference on Education, which have been identified for implementation. Provide improved access to equitable, inclusive education, accelerated educational infrastructure development, review and strengthen the technical and vocational education and training curriculum, strengthen and expansion of the family literacy program, transform pre-service tender education programs to respond to curriculum demands in schools and provide continuous professional development for teachers, professionalism of the teaching profession, strengthen arts, culture, and creative industries and unlock their potential for sustainable development and lifelong learning, expansion of digital learning and transformation, education financing, and education transformation through organizational development. Cabinet further approved in principle the implementation action plan of the recommendations of the Namibia National Conference on Education. Fifth decision, government communication strategy, communication for effective government. Cabinet endorsed the government communication strategy as a blueprint and guiding principle document to direct the coordination and dissemination of government information to the public. Cabinet endorsed the clustering of offices, ministries, agencies for the purpose of conducting media briefings. And Cabinet directed all offices, ministries, and agencies, regional councils, and local authorities to implement the government communication strategy. Sixth decision: takeover or delivery of public health services at St. Mary's Odibo Health Center by the Ministry of Health and Social Services. Cabinet approved in principle the takeover of St. Mary's Odibo Health Center by the Ministry of Health and Social Services as requested by the Anglican Diocese of Namibia Church. Cabinet endorsed the ongoing consultation between the Ministry of Health and Social Services and the Anglican Diocese of Namibia on the proposed takeover of the St. Mary's Odibo Health Center. And Cabinet directed the Ministry of Health and Social Services to periodically update Cabinet on the progress made with the envisaged takeover negotiations. Seventh decision: 2020 to 2021 Annual Report of the Business and Intellectual Property Authority, PIPA. Cabinet took note of the above-mentioned annual report of the Business and Intellectual Property Authority and authorized the Minister to table it in the National Assembly. Eighth decision: 2020 to 2021 Annual Report and Audited Financial Statements of the Namibia College of Opening, NAMCO. Cabinet took note of the above-mentioned annual report and audited financial statements of the Namibian College of Open Learning and authorized the Minister to table it in the National Assembly. Ninth decision: Regional and Constituency Development Fund Bill. Cabinet approved the establishment of Regional and Constituency Development Fund through the enactment of the Regional and Constituency Development Bill 2022. Here ends Cabinet decisions. I thank you.
Update, Minister. That was the Minister of Information, Communication and Technology, Peya Mushelenga, giving us the cabinet decisions that were made on the 18th of October 2022 regarding the nation. And these were 8 decisions that were made. Don't go anywhere.